Sorry if anyone is watching. I'm just trying to get my camera stand adjusted so that you can see as much of my, looks like you're seeing more of my paints than my paper. So give me a second here. This paper is a little bit longer than what I normally use for Masterboard, but I want to try it out and see how it works. It's called sulfite paper. So hopefully we can get, there we go. That looks good. So today what I want to do is just share with you my process for making a Masterboard. And one of the reasons, hi Katie, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. One of the great reasons to have a Masterboard is you can cut it up into smaller pieces, and then you can use the smaller pieces for ATCs or, you know, basically whatever you want to use them for. I am going to have a thicker piece of paper, I think. I usually, when I do Masterboards, I do them on watercolor paper, but my watercolor paper, you know, I'm spending a lot of money for that, and there's no reason to waste my watercolor paper. And the reason why I have this white underneath is because it's kind of like a drop cloth. It is I think it's brushed cotton, so it doesn't absorb as much. So I'm going to, give me just 1 second. I need to get a lid for a palette. I also need to get a couple stencils out, so let me get those. I should have been ready, right? I should have been ready. That's the story of my life. I'm never ready when I'm supposed to be ready, or I can never find what I need to find. And I know I just put those right here. Here's another one. Did I lay them up here? I don't know. Okay, if we need to have any other ones, I will find them. But right now, what we have is good. Ish good. So I hope you guys have had a good, relaxing Saturday. For me, it's been trying to straighten things up and kind of get my bearings again, because I was getting a little frustrated with the whole process of my craft space. So I cleaned up a little bit, but I can't say it's a major clean because I just didn't have the energy for a major clean today. So I'm looking for something, so bear with me a second, and I will be right with you. Maybe. Okay, I found them. I think. All right, I'm back. So what I like to use whenever I am doing a Masterboard is I like to use stencils. I like to use acrylic paint, and I like to use my spray inks as well. Just depends on what look I'm getting whenever I start doing a Masterboard. And there are a lot of ways that you can do it. Some people like to put down paper and add on top of it other strips of painty paper that they've made. I don't necessarily do that all the time. I do kind of like a base, and then I start from there. So what I'm going to start with, because I want this to be kind of a fall-y color, I need, where in, okay, I'm going to use, where did that, it was an offcut right here. This is just an offcut from some cardstock. I'm going to just use it for my palette. So, and then the next thing is you can use whatever you use for your palette then as a way to make another Masterboard. Okay, I need to come down a minute, so just bear with me a second. Okay, so I have lots of brushes in here. And sometimes getting your paper a little bit wet will also help. This cup may have had some residue in it, so I'm going to go ahead and maybe it's in the paintbrush. It's probably gel medium or something, but that's okay. We'll just work through it. It won't show up later. So I'm just going to put down a yellow layer first. And that's just to get a base for our Masterboard. Because then once you have your base, then you can put on top of it anything you want to put on top. So and try to smooth this out as much as I can so I can try to keep the paper as dry as possible. I don't want to have to run the dryer in between. That's why I put on here we may make more than one masterboard, because I'll let one dry in between time. I know it's Saturday. I don't know what people have been doing, but some friends came over to help with cutting some wood because we have wood stoves. So that was really nice that several of our friends came over to help us do that. Okay, I'm going to let that one dry. And then I think I'm going to do another one in a blue. I've been thinking about, oh, okay, Katie, thank you. I really appreciate you coming. I'm just going to be chattering away, and I'll check the chat so in case someone mentions something. Okay. So I've been thinking about, I was talking to Deb about this, about doing some kind of blue wintry pages and papers. So I'm going to try this blue. It's coming out more gray than it is blue because I used cream instead of white. That's okay. We'll use it, and then we'll put some dark blue on top. And of course, the yellow's coming out, and it's making it look green. Oh well, you get what you get, right? So I had a really fun time this morning watching Joni. I always forget her channel name, but she had gone by an estate sale, and she was having so much fun, and we were looking at all her goodies. So I love to go to estate sales. They're just so fun. Okay, so this is not exactly the blue winter I had in mind, but maybe we'll get there through trying out. Okay, that blue is a matte. I thought maybe it was a gloss. But it is a matte. Okay, I still like it. So I'm going to lay it up here. And then I'm going to do one that is more on, let's see, maybe the pinker side. I like pink. I don't know why, but I do. I enjoy pink. And purple. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some pink directly on the page. Oh, this is still closed. This is like a baby pink. It's called Cameo Pink. It does not say if it's a matte or a gloss, but I'm taking it, it's probably a matte. So, yes, very pretty and does remind me of a cameo pink. So now I want to put on this pink just something a little bit darker. This is a pink blush. It's a little bit darker than the cameo. And I'm not sure if I got out my fuchsia or not, but I will have to see. Yeah, it's over here. Red and blue. See, I'm not a red fan. I have never been a red fan. I don't wear red. I don't usually art with red unless it's something specific, or let's say it's a butterfly that has red in it. I'm not gonna not use that butterfly just because it has some red in it. But to be honest with you, I'm not a red person. And the reason, I mean, I don't have dark hair anymore. I have gray hair. But I had dark auburn hair, auburnish, not red, but like brown with auburn tones all my life. So I would have looked good in red, but I never wanted anybody to look at me. So, and now there's no use looking at me. So that's the story about the red. What? So I put on 2 colors. What do I want to put on this? I'm going to try, this is, I don't know if you have to do anything special with this, but it's kind of like a glaze. So it doesn't have a color, but it does make things kind of shiny. So I'm going to put some of that in with this pink and see what happens. And see if it gives it any type of shimmery effect once it's dry. It does, so we'll see about that. Okay, so the yellow is dry already for the most part. So now I'm going to use different things to make some marks. So the first thing, let me think how I want to do this. I want to add some spray to this, kind of like a shimmer spray. So this spray is just it's not real, it's kind of colorless, but it has shimmer in it. So we'll use that first and see what that does. on top of this. It may not do a whole lot because the color of it is amber. But what I'm going for here is kind of a wintry feel. Not a wintry, a fall feel, which fall will soon be escaping us, I think. We're going to skip right over into... Okay, so if you look at that, it gives you that gold shimmer on it. We can let it run. Let it do its thing. I don't know where my heat gun is. I thought it was right here. Okay, it's all right. We don't need it. Found it. It was with my iron. Oh, can you believe it was even in the right place? Sheesh. Whoa. Sorry. We went dark there a minute. One of the cool things about the heat gun is sometimes it will move your color, and this is not moving, so it's pretty much dried quickly. That's cool. I like that. But we'll put some on later that hopefully will move. And I wanted to use, I got several stencils from Temu because it's the cheapest place. I mean, I've seen stencils upwards of $20, and I just can't see paying that much. So I usually get my stencils from Temu or some other outlet where they're not very expensive. When I'm rich and I can design my own stencils, then we'll go from there. So this is kind of a, it's kind of plants, like plants. So I want to do this in, no, I just saw my thingamabobbers. Where did they go? I hope I didn't shut them up in that box over there. I don't like using, I don't really love using, I usually like to use a makeup sponge, but I don't know where I laid them when I obviously cleaned up. As I was cleaning, I lost them. Okay, no problem. So we're going to use a brush, and these brushes are used, so I'm not going to be upset if they get kind of ruined. But we're going to go with a little bit of orange first, just because I want to get a fall-y color in there. And as you can see, I'm not reloading my brush, so that way I get different variations of the color of orange. It's not all the same. And then I can go in with Let's see. That's not the color I want. I want this color. This is a Tuscan red. So this red will give us another fall color. I'm just going to load the brush right with the orange. So I'm not going to worry too much about if they mix, because leaves are different colors, right? They're not all solid when they start to change. So let's see what that looks like. That looks very cool. And then we'll go over here and we'll do a little bit more. I think I'm going to try it like this, because when I rub it, it kind of came out weird. So I'm just going to, it's like a tapping or a tamping, which I think original stencil brushes are like that anyway. So and then I'm going to see, just because Miss Katie is here bearing with me, I'm going to try a little bit more of a reddish color. This is called Spiced Berry. I don't know how different it is than the Tuscan Red, but we're going to find out. Okay, let's lift that up and see. And the tamping did it a little bit better. I want to get some more of that red on there. Put some orange in it. Okay, so it's not 100% what we want, but I mean, some of it's smeared, but that's okay, because we're going to be going back over this with other things later. So let me lay this stencil aside, because we may use it again. And I'm just going to let this dry. And while it's drying, I'm going to take a minute and see if I can find where I laid my makeup sponges, because they are the most ideal for this project. And I don't know. I don't know where I put them. Something makes me think I put them in a box over here. Why I would do that, I don't know. But, you know, that's how our brain goes. Nope. Not there. Where? I have to laugh. I feel like Martha when she's rattling around trying to find something interesting for her project. Well, that's crazy. Hmm. Okay, nowhere to be found. All right, I do have another foamy thing I can use. So I'm going to lay that over there. Dip this brush. And then on this pink one, is it dry yet? No, let's go to the blue. Let's just do some funky flowers and things. So I'm going to use some of this. It's called green silk. And I'm going to try this makeup sponge and see how it works. Okay, that's coming out cool. I like that little bit of metallic on there. And these flowers in the middle are so adorable. This is a cute stamp. There's one over here. See if I can get that one. And then we'll see how they turned out and see if we can see them. Oh yeah, we can subtly. Very nice. I'm going to also go with, let's see, what other color could we use with this? We'll use some white. Ew, that needs mixed up. Put a little bit over here. There we go. There we use some white on there. And then I'm going to, oops, did I bring my black out? I don't see it. Always have to have some black. My black's getting empty. So what I use normally to make my circles is usually, where is my tube? I don't see him. You can use anything that will make a circle. So I have here just a roll of washi tape, and I'm going to dip this around in the black, and then I'm going to make some circles here and just different places to kind of add some interest. And we'll do one in the middle. Okay, this is some Dusty Concord, which is a rich purple color. And I'm just going to use, and it's a oxide, so I'm going to use that with this circle stencil and add some more circles. They'll be light at first, but we'll go back in then and spritz them with a little water because they should react to the water, and we'll see what kind of designs we can get with that. Oh, very cool. So let me spritz this with a little water, and you should be able to see how the oxides will react to the water. They turn a little bit darker, make a little bit more interest to the page, and I wanted to add, let me see what this color is right here. Okay, this is another one of the dilution spray. I'm going, while the paper's a little bit wet, I'm going to spray some of this dilutions in different places, and then we will wet it again, and we'll see how it moves around the page. So it just moves, drips, and little, let me see what it'll do with the heat gun, if it'll move with the heat gun. Hi, Joni. How are you? Thank you. I'm just doing a couple master boards so that I can then cut them and use them for backgrounds for cards or ATCs, things like that. Just playing. That's the fun part, just playing, right? And I love that teal on there. Thank you, Joni. Did you get all your goodies put away? I had so much fun watching you open your things and be so happy and surprised at what you got. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I use acrylic paint when I'm doing masterboards. I just make sure that they dry really well because I don't want to um I don't want to cut them before they're dry or they'll rip. So this one I tried to put some leaves on. I think I'm going to put some black on this one too. You know, Katie, I am not very good with organizing, and right now, with the space that I'm in, I have too much stuff for the space. So, hi, Deb. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's just, I'm the kind, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm the kind of person that if organize if my craft studio, whatever you want to call it, gets too overwhelming, then I don't want to do anything at all. So that's kind of how I feel a lot. So I have to kind of I have this saying where I just work through the chaos, or I don't get anything done at all. But I'm hoping to get some help soon to get it cleared out a little bit so I'm not reduced to such a small space. My mom has a lot of her totes of fabric in here. If I could get her to part with some of it, but she doesn't want to do that. I don't blame her. I love fabric too. So I just put on a little bit of gold. I was going for a little bit of a fall vibe. I don't know how folly this looks. But I'm just going to go around the edge of the paper here because I didn't get, oops, it didn't go all the way over. So I'm going to try to put some of this gold on here to cover that up. What's for dinner, Deb? What is for dinner tonight? Thank you. Yeah, it is, and I started glue booking, and that turned into kind of a fiasco because I ended up with so many magazines, and they're coming out my ears now. And I love them, and I do look at them, and I like to read them because I like check different things, you know. But now it's becoming overwhelming. So I need to find a place for them. And then I have a lot of paper that I've made, like this, like Masterboards or different things, and I need to find a place for that. So it's just very hard for me to do it because it becomes very overwhelming. And I come from a long line of junk collectors. My mom, my aunt, when you were talking about going to estate sales, I loved going to estate sales when I was a kid. It was like the best thing. But I don't know if estate sales are the same where you are. But where my aunt lives in Florida, and estate sales, they go in and the people basically have the items marked and you pay a certain price, almost like a yard sale. Well, I'm used to estate sales. Hi, Tony. Thanks for stopping in. If you all don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would love it. But estate sales to me are like auctions where you go and you bid on things, and you get to decide how much you're going to pay for each item. So that's what an estate sale or auction is for me. Oh, really? I've always had gone where there's been an auctioneer at the estate, or I've gone to auctions where it's an auction house and people will bring all of their stuff, and it could be lots for different people. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, Tuber Chat, how are you doing? Yeah, you can start accumulating quite a bit going to estate sales. So good to see you, Tuber Chat. What's he telling me? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't go on Reddit very often. I used to some, but I haven't for a while. I love how this green, um, with the orange and the yellow, I think it really brought it out. So I really like that. I'm going to do probably something else here. I don't know what else, but we will figure it out as we go. So I love this one so far is beautiful. Let's see what we can do with this crazy pink one. Now with the pink one, I put on different colors of pink, but I also put on, it's called, I don't know what it's called because I can't see to read it, but it's like oh, it's called Dragonfly Glaze. So I put it over top of the pink and you can see the shimmer. I don't know if you can see from the on the screen or not, but it made it look really pretty. So let's see what colors, see if I have any sprays that might look good on here. We'll try these. Thank you, Joni. You're so sweet. I had asked you about your zither because one of the comments I saw on I don't know, wherever I was looking for the guy who was selling his zither, uh he said, did it look like Hitler on the cover? And back many years ago, it wasn't unusual to find a postcard with a swastika on it. I mean, I have gotten them in estate sale lots before, but I thought that was kind of unusual. But evidently, in some places, especially if the card was made in Germany, right? So, oh, that's early. That's early to be sassy. I have a 19-year-old young man who is back and forth. That's too early. My 19-year-old, I think the issue with my 19-year-old is he works full time and he does work hard. Bless his heart. He is, what do they call it when they first, um, he's like a junior painter or however you want to say it, but he's learning how to paint inside and outside, and he's learned a lot, and he's been doing it for probably almost 2 years. But anyway, um, he really likes his boss, and that is very helpful. And he also really I think he gets tired, and when he gets tired, he's grouchy. So, yeah, apprentice. I couldn't think of the word to. So sometimes he just can't be bothered with stuff. I'm trying to think what other color I should put on this. Um, yeah, it is tough being a kid, especially when you're trying to find your way. Yeah, Joni got one at her estate sale that I was telling you about, and it's I think Joni, yours is I don't think yours is metal, is it? It's wood, and it's really cool. It's really, and hers had beautiful dreamer with it that she could learn how to play because it gave you the notes that you needed. Isn't like pink and black so cliche? I mean, who wears pink and black anymore? Who wears pink and black? Not me. I do not. And I will not. I will not wear pink and black, said Sam I Am, or eat green eggs and ham, ma'am. That's funny. Let's put it this way, girls. My last job, I wore black pants and a shirt that was provided for me. I was working for a phone company at the time. And I have not had a wardrobe for several years, so yeah. I was thinking about you, Joni, and the Uncle Remus. Is that the story of Brer Rabbit and where he tricks them, the fox and the bear, into throwing him into the briar patch? And that's where he lived, was in the briar patch? I can't remember. I used to love that story. Oh. Deb, that's too funny. I have like 3 pieces of clothing, I think, that are suitable to wear in public. Suitable to wear in public, which would be, I think I have a black blouse with white polka dots. And then I think I have, what else do I have that's interesting? I think I have a navy blue blouse. I have black pants and I have a pair of blue jeans. And that's about it. That's the extent of my extensive wardrobe. Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I'm just making a mess on top of this pink paper. And I will figure it out. Okay. I'm going to let that go over there because I don't like it. I don't like it right now. Yeah, me too. I would spend more money on that type of thing than I ever would on clothing. I've been trying to work on getting my pension because I have so much difficulty with my health, And it was funny because I got a call and the lady was like, do you feel mentally equipped to handle a check if you get it? And I'm like, yeah. I can't walk, but I'm not senile. You know? That's what I said. So I don't know where people got the idea that I was not capable of taking care of cashing my check or whatever I needed to do with it. That I need to have somebody else do it for me. Yeah, it was a really weird question. Evidently, one of my doctors said they were concerned. And I was like, what doctor? There's no doctor concerned about anything. I only have 4 doctors, and I don't think any of them would say that. Oh, well. My mom said, if you get your disability check, that doesn't mean that you can buy stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you don't need to spend it on craft supplies. I'm like, oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I really wanted to be talking to that doctor. I was like, what are you doing? Making out that I'm loca. Okay. ¿Qué cosa? ¿Qué cosa? My mom, my mom said today, my mom is 85. And you know what she said today? She said, doctors are stupid. I was like, Mom, but it's true. It's like I needed a refill on my medication, sent it in plenty of time, get a message back that the doctor is out of the office until the 11th, but someone on our staff will pick up the message. So I'm waiting and waiting, and nobody on the staff ever picked up the message. So, heck with that. I'm so glad that um it was migraines and not something else. And there are some doctors that they are just so quick to diagnose you as, having concerns that, aren't really there. So the biggest problem that I have for me personally is sleeping. I a lot of times I have trouble sleeping well. So that's an issue for me. But you know, sleeping medication, it makes you feel awful, so I don't take it. I can hardly swallow the ones I have to now. Yeah, it's a cool stencil. I'm not exactly sure what I need to do. Joni, give me some ideas, girly. Um, I I had a call come in. Sorry, it'll blank out the screen. I don't know who'd be calling me at this hour from a number I don't know on Saturday. Sometimes the thing with masterboards that I have found in my own experience is they can look kind of not good when they're large, but when you cut them up into smaller pieces, they always look cool. I think this one needs some kind of red or something. Oh yeah. Woohoo. That made it pop. That made it sit down and look at that. Booyah. Now I have to decide what in the world I'm going to do with that pink one because it's kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly. Okay, let me put this one up here to dry. And let's see, is this even dry? No. Okay, give me a moment, guys, while I dry this. Okay. Thank you, Joni. So, Deb, did you have an overall good jewelry show? I didn't get to hear. I thought Martha said something, but I wasn't sure. Oh, that's really good. That's the one thing about jewelry is that there's not so much to, carry with you when you're doing other things that are heavy and, you know, I know for me when I used to do shows, I would buy a lot of things wholesale and sell them. And it was fun. I loved doing it, but it was an awful lot of work. Awful lot of work. Okay, well, that one's not going to work. I've got paint all over myself. Let me see. I need Martha here because I don't know the color wheel. Oh, yeah. It really is. Those, and what it was nice that you had, I need to get myself one. I haven't seen Martha. I'm sure she is here somewhere, but I haven't seen her on. I'm not sure what she's doing. I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh dear, that looks hideous. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see, what can I do to remedy this situation? Oh, I hope it wasn't Martha either. I know she had people in and out. Well, not people, but I think her ex-husband was helping her with some moving some furniture and stuff. And when you have people in your house, even though they're not, you know what I mean, it gets tracked in. I thought I heard too something about somebody was supposed to go by and pick her up, and I don't remember who it was. Yeah, they have been in too. That's the thing. You just don't know because people are carriers. You have no idea. Because sometimes they don't get sick right away. I hope it doesn't come here again. I heard that it's, different strains are coming around again, so. My brother almost waited too long to go to the hospital in his situation. And then he was almost in the hospital for a month. They had to put draining tubes in his lungs. It was so bad. And then my husband, he was in for 10 days and came out on oxygen. So it can be really really scary. I've had it, I think, twice, and the second time was worse than the first time. And they gave me the antivirals, and those things were so nasty, I wouldn't even take them. I don't know what this needs. Oh, I know what it needs. It needs orange. That's the problem. It doesn't have any orange. How am I going to apply some orange to this? Let me see. Orange. Let's just try. Yeah. Pink and orange has been my jam lately. I don't know why. I didn't remember how much I loved pink and orange together. Not pink and black. Pink and orange. Yes. It looks okay. Maybe it'll look better once it's cut down. You think? Mm-hmm. Oh. So I did get out to the Dollar Tree. What did I buy? I bought some baker's twine because I wanted some. I've been wanting some. And I bought a couple packs of sequins, which I need more sequins, like I need a hole in the head. And I got more. What else did I get? I got one of those scraper things, just a small one. And I also, I didn't get any stickers this time. What I was actually looking for was one of those small, the small boards that you can use to cut with an X-Acto knife. I forget what they call those. But I like I like those. I wanted one of those, and I knew there were people that had been picking those up. And oh, I got a couple baskets, like shallow baskets for things like my painty papers and, things like that. And then I got a what else was it I got? I can't remember. I cannot remember what else I got at the Goodwill. At the Goodwill. No, not at the Goodwill. At the Dollar Tree. I got some. But at the Goodwill, I got some books, which I always love to get books. And I got some. I got one of those, Deb, that you can use for, I have the really big ones, but I wanted just a small one that I could put on the top of my workspace. Okay, so I also got at the Goodwill, I found some books. I found a Kate Spade purse, which was in the cabinet, so it was good. And I got a cigar box, which I love cigar boxes, especially for storing things. And I got some I got a real pretty scarf that I'm going to cut up to use to tie around a journal. It's this really pretty teal, and it has like gold running through it. So I thought if I cut it carefully, I might be able to cut down in between these two pieces so I could get a really pretty tie for a journal cover. It was on sale for $1.50, so I did good. And I think I got a couple ties for my husband. Yeah, I love the color too. Okay, let's see about this. It looks like the orange is drying. So just, this paper's pretty saturated. I'm going to see where my gold pen is, if it's here anywhere. Eek! There's a silver one. There's a green. I don't know what color that is. I think, Deb, it's my medicine that makes me forget things sometimes. And when I'm doing my, oh, you like it? Okay. Do you think it'll be okay if I splatter some gold on it? It makes me forget things when I'm talking. And my son, he gets so frustrated with me. He's like, come on, Mom, let's go, let's go. What are you trying to say? So he gets after me for being slow. It's, what is it? It's spooling. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean the video? Okay. So thank you for filling in my words. When I'm doing my videos, though, I don't have anybody to do it. I don't have anybody to say, Jean, it means you should say. So I'm much better with my videos than I used to be, because I'll know what I'm going to show or what I'm going to teach. But sometimes I just get confused and I don't remember what I want to say. Oh, you mean like buffering? Okay. I don't know what would cause that. It's showing good on my end. I love doing this. And then later, I find paint spatters all over everything else. It's so, I should be doing it inside a box or something. Hi, Mary Kay. How are you? So nice of you to stop in. I'm just, you know, working through the chaos here. I need to change my channel name to Working Through the Chaos. I wanted to change it to Jean's Messy Desk, but my friend wouldn't let me. She said no. Okay, we are going to let pink dry. I flicked a little bit of teal on here just to see if it would, you know, bring something to life there. And then we have this one, and this one is dry, and I really love this one. And I think when we cut this down into more manageable shapes. You're just lurking. Hey, lurkers are welcome as long as you leave a like. Lurkers are welcome. What do you do on your channel, darling? That sounds good. Jean with the eclectic desk. I actually love the word eclectic because that's kind of my style. Even with my channel in general, because sometimes I may be doing junk journaling, other times I may be doing something else besides junk journaling. So you never know what you're going to get when you come to my channel. So it's kind of like a smorgasbord. A smorgasbord. Okay. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate it. What I do on this channel is, oh, you've been AWOL? Well, welcome back. What we do is we make you standard moderator so that all you have to do is click on somebody's face icon and you can go right to their channel without having to leave the live. And if you want to subscribe to anyone, you can. We're all about connecting here. So if you're trying to grow your channel a little bit, this is the place. And I love Mary Kay eyeliner. In case you saw Mary Kay. I'm just kidding. I'm getting to the giddy stage. What's been an hour? Okay. I probably have paint splanners on my glasses. You know, for some reason when Joni said something about that stencil looking like stones, it didn't even dawn on me that it looked like stones. But now I'm thinking that I might do a page, not tonight, do a page where it's white and I outline the stones and then color them in and see what that would look like. Oh, you'll like Deb's channel. She does a lot of fun things. My niece used to sell Mary Kay. She might still. She just keeps, you know, she doesn't sell it, but she keeps active. And that's the one thing that I would always buy from her. Mary Kay has been around for a long time, and Avon too. My husband's niece, I think she would be. She sells Avon and she's pretty She's pretty up there. Break time. So Joni, I added a little bit of gold and teal to this, just splatters. I don't know how it will look. I'm going to take up those. Let me put a couple more so it looks like it was meant to be. But I think it'll look really interesting once it's cut down. You were the Mary Kay Avon lady. Oh, that's cute. We used to have an Avon lady that would faithfully come here all the time, and we live like on the side of the mountain. Can you guys see this? How shimmery it is? I don't know if you're getting the full effect of it from the screen, but it's really shimmery because I used some shimmer sprays. And then this orange, I decided to put, Deb and I were like, duh, let's put some orange on here. So we put orange on here, and it's come out a little bit, you know, I like it. I probably in the future wouldn't have used quite as much black, but I do like it, and it has some gold effects in it, which I think are pretty. And then with the leaf one, the only other thing I did was I learned this from a mixed media artist that I follow, and I can't remember what her name is off the top of my head. I think it's EB Mixed Media, but one of the things that she does is she does some like fancy script when she's going across. Oh, bless your heart, Joni. So this one came out nice, and I like the white script on it, and I think it'll look really good. What I'm going to do is after these dry, I'm going to put them under some books so they'll be a little bit flatter, and then I can cut them, and I'll probably cut the majority of them out of in like an ATC size, or maybe a little bit bigger, and I can either use them as focal points on different things or ATC fun. So I didn't get a whole lot of overspray, but I wanted to do it like this. Thank you, Joni. I really appreciate you guys being here to support me today. Yep. The community's pretty cool. Unless they get their feathers ruffled. And then we just say life goes on. Right? Okay, let me think about this a second. I think it's this way. This way. Okay, it's this way. ¿Dónde están mis tijeras? Tijeras, tijeras. I was doing printables for a while as well, and it is something that requires a lot of time and energy, because if you're using any type of AI programs, you get so many errors that it's like maybe 1 out of 3 are decent, and then the other ones are just, you know. I've gotten some interesting things, but I haven't made any for a little while. I have a membership to an AI program, but I just don't feel like working on my computer. So, does anyone know what this is that I folded? I'm sure you do. My hands. I agree, Joni. And one of my, I never realized this until I was watching Natasha from Treasure Books. She really does make some pretty things. And she does not use printables. She doesn't. I've never seen her use a printable or make a printable or say anything about a printable. So this is called a zine, Z-I-N-E, which is short for magazine. And it's a special way that you fold paper so that when you open it, you have basically 4 pages. And then you can put anything you want to on your zine and make it artsy, like stamping on it or doing Zentangles on it or whatever you want to do on it. I've made a couple of these, and it's always so weird. They all, for some reason, they always get crooked on me. So I must need to pay attention more. Yeah, I have a whole bag of junk envelopes that I need to use, and I think I'm going to make a journal out of some of them. And like I was telling Deb, or I'm not sure if it was Deb or if it was Martha. I really need to set myself a schedule and, know what I'm doing for next year so that I don't get overwhelmed. Um, I know on Mondays I'll always do mixed media because that's my favorite thing to do. And Tuesdays, I used to always do tags because I love making tags. And then Wednesday, I don't think I did anything. And then Thursday and Friday, I would do whatever. So I have to, yeah. Well, do you make money with your printables, Mary? So I'll show you something and you let me know what you think about it because I am totally on the fence. Let me move this so I don't get paint on it. So first of all, I need to cut these because they are too tight. Okay, so I made this journal. It's a soft cover journal and it's made out of a paper bag. Okay. And what I did is let me take the signatures out. What I did is I layered fabric underneath and I sewed up and down and up and down and up and down like this through the whole thing. Took me a whole day. And then what I did, oh, I see what you mean. So then what I did is I slashed in between the rows that I had sewn. So I love this like tattered look, and when you look under some of the pieces, you can actually see the fabric that I use to layer underneath, which is really fun. This fabric here and this fabric here is just muslin that I dyed myself with my inks. And then this is a piece of denim and this is a piece of denim. And then because I like purple, I ended up putting some of these purple trims around to finish the size. So I did that, and then on the inside, I just put a piece of a dresser scarf. And then I had made these on one of my videos. And what they are is they're mixed media wax pieces. And I really wanted them to be in the book, so I put them on the inside pages. And then I have my signatures. So, yeah, I love that I love doing that, and I could do that all the time. But what I want to know, I guess, is um I thought I put this on, and then I thought about this pin and hanging some dangles off of it, making some beaded dangles for it in purples and different colors. Um, I actually have some crazy denim ones that I've made that I thought I would put on here that kind of match the color scheme. So I guess my dilemma is, should I just go with it like it is? Or do you think I should do a different one? What do you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it is super rad using your terminology. I love super rad. It's my favorite word now. So these are just like wire wrapped so the middle part is denim that I made a bead out of, and then I just wire wrapped them. So I was going to add a couple on there. Probably ones mainly that have kind of, you know, a color combination that would go along with. Now this one has the denim feathers and another little thing, and it's green, and there is some green in this, so maybe I will use this in a different place. But I was thinking about using those, and I was wondering, yeah, Deb's the jeweler. I was wondering what everybody thought about, should I keep my journal like this, or should I do a new one? Here's one that's really cool. This one's really rad, groovy. It's really groovy. Some are silver though, and some are gold, and I'm partial to silver, but I just think I did them in different colors. And I've given some away, so I don't have. This one has purple on it too, sort of right here. So what I did first is I made a bead with the fabric. So I took a dowel and I thought I had one in here. Let me see. Just a skinny one. You don't need a really big one because the wire is not that thick. But I took a dowel and I basically wrapped the fabric around the dowel and wrap it until it gets the thickness that I want, and then I have to tack it down with a little bit of glue. And then once it's dry, you just slide it off. And then you have a bead made out of fabric. You can do it with paper. A lot of people do it with magazine images because of the different colors. So that's what I did with the denim. Some of them are a little thick and chunky. I should use the, how do you keep it from folding in the center? Well, it just doesn't. So let me show you. what I do, and not everybody does this, but I start with a point. Okay. So I'm starting with my fabric like this, and I am wrapping it this way, and it's going to be relatively this is too thick of a piece. Give me a second. As you build up the layers, Joni, it does become thicker. So if I'm rolling it like this, just between my two fingers, I keep it tight and roll it until it gets to the thickness that I like. It doesn't buckle in the middle. And then when you're wire wrapping it, of course, you're putting wire through the middle. So this is what it does. And then if you want to, you can create another point here. And then you can, when you wrap it, when you finish wrapping it, then you get like a little decorative point at the end. And that's the piece you tack down with glue. And then, like a skewer, exactly. And then you just pull it off. And then it's a bead because it has a hole. Why is my camera doing that? No wonder you guys can see anything. It has like a hole in the middle. And then the other thing that some people do is they cover them with clear, especially if they're paper, they cover them with clear nail polish, and that keeps them stiff as well. I don't do that for the fabric ones. And honestly, if you decide to use denim, the denim is a lot stiffer. So, yeah, really fun to make. And if you have like all these different kinds of beads like I have, you can come up with some really cool combinations. So that's what I was going to do with this. Actually, I like this one. And I kind of like this one because it hangs down lower. And then I need to choose another one to put on. I don't know about this one. Maybe this one. Maybe that one. I kind of want it to be another denim one. So, yeah, purple. I don't know. Which one did you like, dear? Like this purple, you mean? Put this purple and do 3 different kinds? This purple, because this one's kind of small, I think. I mean, they may all end up on here. In the end, who knows? But I just wanted to ask how you felt about the journal itself. Do you think it would make a creative journal, or should I start all over? Okay. So that was my dilemma. And Deb left, I guess. I didn't see her. I wanted to ask her opinion, but I didn't see her say she left. Maybe she had to take care of her kitty. So that's and I think I'll use this green one somewhere, maybe on the closure or something like that. Another thing that I've done, Joni, with like this green one, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll come in focus enough, but the denim has been painted with some acrylic paint. So you can just get, one of the things I use is the end of a glue stick, and you can dip that into your acrylic paint and then just tap that in different places on top of your denim, and then it makes it polka dot and then makes a really cool design. It's okay, Deb. I just wanted you to see and to see what you thought, but yeah. And these are just denim like denim feathers. The blue, yeah. I like this one's this middle is actually paper, and I know I don't wrap correctly, but I wrap the way I wrap. so so that's what I'm thinking about, using those three. The bead picking ceremony, you're so funny. I just love Joni. She is a hoot. Joni, what is your friend's name that's from Ireland? Are you allowed to say? Because he was making me laugh today. Yulik? Is that how you say it? Yulik? That will do. He seems to be a character. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I haven't decided if I'm going to put anything else on here yet. I'll see. But yeah, well, that's kind of what these were intended for originally. Oh, okay. And these have been made, it's been a long time ago, but I want to try to make some similar to this, but with buttons. Joni, sometime we're going to have to just like team up and go through all of our stuff together because I was telling my mom about you loving buttons, and thank you, Deb. How you love buttons, and how you love old books and all kinds of fun things. Well, I really appreciate you girls hanging out with me. And I'm going to put these under something so that they won't be so curly. And then I'll cut these up, and I'll probably do a short or something to show you all the different pieces. I'm not sure if I'm going to put something on them or not. I think my watercolor flowers might be too light. So I'll have to see what else I have that I can work with. Oh, you're welcome, Joni. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you again sometime if you visit with me. You're welcome, Deb. Thank you for coming back and looking at my jewelry. my my failed attempt at making boho beads. All right, guys. Have a good night. Take good care. We'll see you again soon. You too, Mary.